Hey friends, I'm glad you're here. All right, mathematicians, we've been working with addition and subtraction within 20, and our big idea number one was strategies for addition and subtraction. So we've done 9 lessons, and you should have done the quick quiz. If you haven't done it, it's still in today's roadmap, so start with that if you're not done with it. Now we're going to use those strategies we've been practicing and continue to get practice in them as we use big idea number two, addition and subtraction situations. Situations is kind of a fancy way of saying when we actually use math in real life. So there's going to be some stories or word problems. Okay, so unit 1, lesson 10 is all about I can represent and solve add to and take from word problems. So as we're solving those word problems, we're going to need to read them and think about them. And then as we think about them, we're going to be using something called DEAL. DEAL, D-E-A-L, is just a remembering device to help you remember the steps you use as you solve the problems. The D is for a drawing. So I made examples of the drawings over here. They're all going to be your math mountains that you already know how to do and have been practicing, or when we get to them, we'll do some comparison problems. These can also be called tape diagrams. The E is for equation, so you're going to need an equal sign to show one side of the equation being the same or equal to the other side. After you're drawing an equation, you're going to need to figure out the answer. And so we're going to solve for that unknown partner or unknown total, right? Whatever unknown number is in that problem. Then you're going to need to label is the L. So drawing, equation, answer, label. And so the labels will be what you solved. So maybe it was how many apples are left. Maybe it was how many more chairs do I need to get. Maybe it was how many more games did you win than me. Whatever your answer is, you're going to need to label it with the games or oranges or apples or whatever. And if there is a unit of measurement involved, such as so many dollars or so many cents, maybe it's 25 cents more than me, or maybe it's time, so you won't actually need to put a clock or a ruler there, but you would need to label it minutes or hours, or for instead of the ruler, inches, feet, millimeters, centimeters, meters, things like that. So that's all part of the labeling process. You don't always have a unit of measure, but if there is one, you should include it. And so here comes the problem types. There are 4 problem types that we will be solving this year. They are add to. See this curly cute arrow here? Something is coming into the scene. So that's when you get more or more people come. You're adding something. Something is coming into the scene. Okay. Then there are take from problems. Whoop, something is leaving the scene. Something's going away, getting eaten, getting subtracted in some kind of way. Okay, so those are add to and take from. Those are the ones we're going to be focusing on today. But quickly, the put together and take apart problems are when nothing is coming, nothing is leaving or coming into the scene. Okay, so I have 5 panda bears and 4 lions. How many total zoo animals do I have? Right? There are 12 marbles, 5 of them are red, how many blue? So you're either putting together or taking apart something that is already there or putting them into groups, but nothing is coming, nothing is going. You're just categorizing or figuring out how many other kinds there are. Then there's the compare problems where we're saying, well, who has more or less, okay, more or fewer. those are those kinds of problems. So today we will be focusing on these add to and take from problems, something coming into the scene or something leaving the scene. If you need these posters, this poster, the problem types, and these two slides of deal and the problem types are right in here in your map today. So let's get started with the problem type. Okay, so first of all, usually you're going to need to decide. All right, well, this is my second take through this video. Sorry about that. So you got a sneak preview. So usually you're going to need to decide what problem type it is, but today we're showing you that it is an add to problem, and you'll see that as we read this. The school has 5 computers in the library. They buy some more computers. Now there are 12. How many computers does the school buy? So you might have to read it a couple of times to really understand what's going on, and that's okay. The school has 5 computers in the library. Then they buy some more computers. Now there are 12. So it's like one day we were in school and we saw 5 computers in the library, and then the next day, whoa, there's 12. We're wondering, how many more are there? How many did the school buy? So there were 5 and now there are 12. Well, 12 sounds like the total, right? And so one of the parts is 5. So we have to figure out this unknown addend, this missing number here. And so then we can make our equation. So we know that we started with 5. It says, so sometimes rereading it again helps us put our equation in order. The school has 5 computers. They buy some more. I'm going to leave a blank for that. And now there are 12. So that's my equation, and I will fill this in as we figure it out. Okay. So here's my math drawing and equation for deal. Now I need to answer it. And to answer it, I might need to draw some more. I might use my facts. I might count on. So you can solve it any way you can. And if you can show it on your paper, that's very helpful so we can see your thinking. And then how many computers does the school buy? So don't forget, we're going to need to label. So this is how many computers. I can label it with a C, or the word computers is right here in your problem, so you can label that. So this is right in your book in page 39. And then this is how many computers the school has now in total. And so this, what we're wondering is how many they buy. Okay, so let's take a look at how some other kids solved it. You may want to pause this, solve it on your own, and then see how some other people might solve it. Here we go. So here's the equation. This person has the Math Mountain that they were using to solve. Maybe both of those, so we need to have all of this, but maybe both of those, maybe they knew their facts and they knew that 5 and 7 makes 12. Okay, this person and this person, these are kind of alike, aren't they? They have the 5 total, and then this person drew it out. This person counted on, okay, got to 12 and separated out so that they could see the 5 and 2 more. And this person knew, okay, 5, if I get 5 more, that's 10, and then I just need 2 more to get to 12. So then they've got to put those together to say that the total bought was 7. And now this, is just a similar drawing of this. So you might have drawn some way out like that to help you. So when we get back to here, we've got our drawing and our equation. So once you draw out some solution, then we can fill in our Math Mountain, and I can label my answer, 7, and this will eventually need to be in complete sentences. So it should say something like, the school bought 7 computers, okay? But today you can just use a short answer on this label section 7 computers bought. Okay, I think the school bought 7 computers sounds better, but we're just learning this process, so let's go from there. All right, so now take from problem. Okay, what does that mean? Let's read number 2 and see. Alina has 17 beads. She uses 9 of them to make a bracelet. How many does she have left? Oh, so take from problem, something's leaving the scene, right? It's subtraction. So again, we're going to need this Math Mountain picture. That's our D, our drawing for deal, right? But we need to fill in these numbers. Alina has 17 beads. That sounds like a total, doesn't it? She has 17 beads. She's not getting any more. She uses 9 of them. So now we're wondering, how many does she have left? So our subtraction sentence, what will it be? Yeah, 17 minus 9 equals, and then we don't know yet, right? Unless you know your facts very quickly. So again, you can pause and figure this out. Remember, drawing, equation, answer, label. Go ahead and pause. All right, so now for here, they did 17 minus 9 equals 8 left. So again, maybe they knew their facts, and then these ones drew it out. Okay, so they drew 17 beads, and it's just a quick drawing, and then they cross off 9 of them. Notice how they have them in these neat groups of 5, and then it's really easy for our brains to see, okay, 5 and 4 is 9. I cross out 9 of them. I should have 1 left from that 10, that 5 and 5, right? And then I can see 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left, okay? And then this person counted on. They have 9 beads, and then they did 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So they counted until they got to 17 and then added them together. We can see this group of 5 and 3 more. 8 beads are left. Okay, so drawing, we can finish that. Equation, we can finish that. And then we've got our answer in here now, and now we need to label it. So all right, so Alina had 17 beads. She used 9. There are 8 left. So our drawing, our equation, our answers, our labels, and so I've answered it again here. 8 beads left to finish off my label. All right, so you can continue figuring out whether it's an add to or take from problem, filling out where those numbers belong. Remember, the total is always at the top. So if we're making a subtraction sentence, our total has to come before the part that we're subtracting. So I could have this equation look like this. 8 equals, so blank, when we were figuring it out, equals 17 minus 9. That would still be an acceptable equation, but remember that the total part needs to be before the part we're subtracting. All right, and so you will continue working through these using your drawings, equations, answers, labels, and remember that your problem type chart, and that we are focusing on add to and take from problems that have a Math Mountain drawing, and this use of deal, both of those slides are right there in your roadmap. So, all right, mathematicians, you've got this. Go solve your math problems.